To my surprise, many of you really did enjoy my first Mortal Kombat lore Q&A video, and here I am making another episode because you really did enjoy the first one. Thank you all so much for showing your support. I am super glad you guys really enjoyed what I made for you guys, and I do hope you enjoy this one too because I'm super excited to talk about the Mortal Kombat lore once again and teaching you guys what it's all about. Now, remember guys, I have timestamps in the description, so if you want to skip to a certain question that you want to find out about, I'm letting you guys know that now because I need to explain something first before I get into the video. So if you don't want to hear what I have to say, that's totally fine. Just skip to the questions with the timestamps in the description. So, in my first lore Q&A video, I said if you have a question for this series that you want answered, make sure to join my Discord and submit your questions through the lore Q&A text channel. And unfortunately, some people didn't get what the entire point of that channel was. Instead, some people would submit their questions and it would just turn into a discussion with other members, and it just went downhill from there, and it just turned into like a meme channel. So it got a little messy, and I have now deleted that channel, and I will no longer take questions from the Discord, but I will be answering some questions that did come from the Discord, and there will be some from the YouTube comments in this episode. So from now on, if you have a question for the series, for now, I'll be taking them from the YouTube comments section. So leave a comment on this video if you have a question you want answered. Remember, they have to be exclusively about the lore and story of Mortal Kombat. One more thing before we get into this is that you all voted that I should answer 15 questions per episode, and I will do that, but today I'm just going to answer another 5 because the Discord channel wasn't working out, so that kind of ruined my plans for this episode. But for the third one, I'll probably do 15 since it all comes from the YouTube comments. Anyways, sorry for all the bullshit, guys. Let's get right into the questions, and the first question we have comes from Irby Font, who asks, I am a huge Mileena fan, so I want to know, why is she able to teleport and etherealize? Please answer and thank you. Well, thank you so much for the question, Irby, and the answer for this is also going to answer why Katana has these kind of magical powers. So we all know that whenever Katana performs any sort of magical powers, like her famous fan lift in her special moves, or in gameplay, like in general her gameplay, it involves her fans, and anytime Katana does anything supernatural, the fans are always coming out, and it's always due to her fans giving her the ability to do whatever she's doing. Without them, she can't do it. And the same thing goes for Mileena. Her weapons are Sais, and they give her the ability to teleport. As we can see in Mileena's ethereal variation in Mortal Kombat X, wherever she throws down the Sai, she teleports to that location. Without it, she obviously cannot teleport. It's like with Katana, she can't do the fan lift with her bare hands, and I don't think anybody would think that she can do that with her bare hands. Now, I know Mileena does the teleport without any sort of hand gesture with the Sais involved, but I think as long as the Sais are with her, I think they can give her the ability to teleport. And we do know that Mileena always has the Sais in every game she's been playable in. So the general understanding that I'm getting at, presented by their gameplay and everything like that, is that their weapons of choice give them the ability of having these magical powers. Now, even though it doesn't say that word for word in any of the games, at least to my knowledge, I think we can come to the conclusion that it's just common sense from what we see on the screen. Now, I'm not saying your question is stupid or anything, it's a fair question. All I'm saying is that, yes, from what you see on the screen, the fans for Katana and the Sais for Mileena are the reason why they both have these sort of supernatural powers. Following up here for our second question comes from Bid Oof of Outworld, who asks, why is in Reptile's first appearance he is human, and in the rest of the games he looks like an actual reptile? Thank you for the question, Bid, and well, Reptile didn't actually look like an actual reptile or raptor until MK4. Yes, in his first appearance in MK1 as a secret character, he looked like a human, but that wasn't the only game where he looked like that. He looked like that all the way up until UMK3, so I'm just correcting you there. But to answer your question, Bid, it's not too complicated, and in fact, it actually states why he has a human form in his MK2 bio, which states that his human form is believed to disguise a horrid reptilian creature whose race was thought extinct millions of years ago. And well, we do know what's under that disguise because later games from MK4 and beyond, his main appearance was like a reptile. Now, how his disguise works is probably due to his reptilian scales turning into human skin, which I also believe gives him the ability to turn invisible or to blend in with the environment. So yeah, the answer is right there in his MK2 bio. His human form is just a disguise, and his true form was always what we see nowadays in his primary costumes. On to the third question from Warlord Amen, who asks, what realm are the Tarkatans from? Thank you for the question, Warlord, and this question has gained a spike of interest ever since Mortal Kombat X came out, because in the story mode, there is a line where Baraka says Shao Kahn conquered my realm or something like that, and that got many people saying, oh wow, there's a Tarkatan realm that we didn't know about? Have we seen this realm? What is their realm? And well, the answer is no, there actually isn't a realm of Tarkata or Tarkatans. In Deception, Baraka's bio states, I am of the Tarkata, a savage race of nomadic warriors bred from denizens of Outworld and demons from the Netherrealm. So Baraka and the Tarkatans, or the Tarkatan race, are native to Outworld, and technically Shao Kahn did conquer his realm like he said, because we all know Shao Kahn stole Outworld from Onaga many years ago. So Shao Kahn didn't fight for anything, he didn't fight for a realm to conquer like he did with Edenia or anything like that. Again, he just sort of stole the throne from Onaga and thus technically conquering Outworld. I know when Baraka said that line, it makes it seem like he was talking about an entirely different realm, but really he's talking about Outworld since the Tarkatans are native to the realm. Alright, moving on to the fourth question from Isaiah White, who asks, what are the chains made for when they appear on Liu Kang's arm? Well, thank you so much for the question, Isaiah, and I think you mean his wrists because they're hanging from his wrists. Anyways, I know a lot of people think that the chains have no meaning and it's just there because it goes with the whole zombie look that's on Liu Kang, and really there's actually backstory to the chains and why Liu Kang has them on. So according to Raiden's Mortal Kombat Armageddon bio, which I can't show a picture of because the bios were posted on a website that's no longer up, but you can find it on MK Secrets and MK Warehouse. But anyways, the bio states that Raiden defeated an ancient sect of necromancers called the Hoenn or Hoan, and when he went to their ancient temple to revive Liu Kang, the Hoenn or Hoan had chains that were used to control the undead, and as we know, Liu Kang has them on because it allowed Raiden to control what Zombie Liu Kang does. It's actually a pretty interesting thing that I don't think many people knew about, which is understandable since it doesn't state that anywhere in the actual Armageddon game. You actually have to go to a website to see the bio. But yeah, again, the chains on Zombie Liu Kang are meant for control of the undead, and when Raiden revived Liu Kang, the chains allowed Raiden to control Liu Kang's undead corpse. Alrighty, last but not least, we have a question from ThickBoy0 who asks, if Scorpion is human again, then does he have the same powers? If so, how? Well, thank you for the question, Thickboy. The name's funny. And okay, so people have been a little confused as to what the deal is with Hanzo Hasashi in Mortal Kombat X. Can he or can he not use the Hellfire since he is now restored, making him human again? And I don't blame the confusion because Mortal Kombat X is not very clear if Hanzo Hasashi can still use Hellfire. The ninjutsu variation I feel was meant to be the variation where he doesn't use any Hellfire, but yet he still teleports in that variation and summons fire in his intro and victory pose. However, the quick answer is yes, Hanzo Hasashi can still use Hellfire the same way he could have when he was Scorpion. Now, where it states this was in the Mortal Kombat X comic that I went back to read when I was doing research for this question. The Hellfire is a curse on Hanzo, and in order for him to summon those powers, he has to relive the moments of pain, suffering, and loss from his family and clan. And if he lets that Hellfire last too long, it could take him over since it's a very powerful curse. So that's pretty much the explanation as to why Hanzo Hasashi can still use Hellfire the way he could have when he was Scorpion. It works like a trigger power. When someone gets angry, they unleash some sort of inner power or a curse that they have, even though that they're still human. Just think Ghost Rider, because it's very similar, which is funny because a lot of people like to compare Scorpion and Ghost Rider. So those are the 5 questions for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, show your support. And remember guys, I will answer 15 questions next time like you all wanted, and if you want your question about the lore answered in the next episode, be sure to drop it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. Anyways, that'll be it for today, and I'll see you all in the next video.